Well, with that out of the way, let's rock and roll. I don't know if you got a chance to look at the sort of schedule for today. Doesn't really matter if you did.
I looked the other day, but not today, and I don't remember what it said.
Well, because things have changed, as always. But this was a very exciting thing that happened today. New Ghost single, baby.
I was literally just reading those words
Drops
when you said
tomorrow. Cover of Spillways featuring Def Leppard's Joe Elliott.
fascinating. Is that why you were sending me all the Twitter things?
Yes, it was.
Okay, I could not decipher what was going on there.
I was
I
at
got
work,
it.
and like I have, of course, being the person that I am, I have the Twitter. Like I get a notification if the official Ghost account tweets anything. So I was at work, and it was like message from the clergy. I was like, "Fuck!" It's very exciting.
Big day. Big day.
Big day indeed. And you know this. But yeah. Oh no, she's listening to Ramstein now.
What? You are?
Yeah,
What year is this?
2023.
They were a thing when in like, what year was that?
1997.
Maybe?
That's me taking a wild step.
I'm trying to figure it out now. Oh, yeah, 97 was their big song.
What, Son?
Du hast.
Ah, yeah, Du hast bangs.
That was huge in 97.
Hell fucking yeah. No, again, I am like,
Have you heard
I
of
am really truly entering my metalhead era, slowly but surely. But, yeah, did you not see that screenshot I sent you? Or did you just not have context?
On which platform?
The actual one that I texted you.
Oh, I'm behind on my texts.
You replied to it. You just said nice, period.
Shout out to the text between you and Kyle.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that's who you were talking about.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was confused.
I'll decide whether or not I should include that screenshot for reference. Because man, oh man, I have never been clocked like that in my life.
I mean, yeah, yesterday was the first day of classes, and this is a particularly, like, insane semester on so
Oh
many
yeah, I
levels.
was gonna ask you how that went, but I suppose that is the answer.
Yeah, because I have an extra class, because every 4 semesters we have to have an extra class. That
Gross.
class happens to be the brand new Introduction to Com class with 100 people in it. Uh, I'm also piloting a brand new learning management system that is confusing. I've got 4, potentially 5 teaching assistants that I'm kind of
Sorry, hold on,
dealing
it
with.
might get loud. Adjusting the chair.
Oh. So it's just it's a lot. Um,
Oh lord.
you know, it's a lot. I was
Um,
sprinting around yesterday.
you do hate to see it. Yesterday I recorded a bunch of audition tapes for an audio drama that I'm not gonna get cast in because I have no voice acting experience whatsoever.
The audition process itself just fun.
And that's the thing. Like that's kind of why I keep doing it.
Yeah.
Like I was just like sitting there like vaguely being like in character, like reading these lines. I was like, this is so much fun.
It's the journey, not the destination.
It is, but if I were to get into something, they would give me new lines that I could keep doing.
But as we learned from Miley Cyrus, it ain't about how fast I get there.
Jesus Christ. I'm the
It
one
ain't
who's
about what's
supposed to be
waiting on the other
referencing Hannah
side.
Montana and Miley Cyrus, not you.
It's the climb.
It's the climb. Cringe banger.
Yep. No.
Cringe banger. Actually, you know
I
what? I
agree.
will say every single fucking Hannah Montana song, cringe banger. If those ever were ever to like come on in the club, I would lose my mind. Like if the best of both worlds started playing and I was in a nightclub,
That was the first song that started singing in my head.
hell yeah. No,
I've actually seen most of Hannah Montana because when I was in grad school, I was originally studying children's media.
interesting. This is a
Yeah, I used to
tidbit I
love
never
that.
knew about you. Any
Oh,
detail you would
yeah.
like to go into? We've got
Not
new
particularly.
Brookes lore.
My senior thesis as an undergraduate was on Disney films. Because I found it fascinating, especially the way that they depicted women, like, Disney princesses. So I wrote a
Okay,
whole paper
yeah.
about it. And so I submitted that as part of my graduate school applications. And so they immediately pigeonholed me as a children's media person. And so that's who they like hooked me up with when I got there.
Interesting.
My original advisor is one of the biggest names in research into children's media.
Fascinating. But that also, I think, speaks to how uh, people automatically assume that animation is a children's medium.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, yes, Disney, like, especially like older, particularly older ones like Snow White and stuff, because, like,
Yeah.
there wasn't the notion of like children's media was not as much of a thing. Like, Snow White was just for everyone. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
interesting. Again, animation is a medium, not a genre. I get mad salty about it. Everything that Guillermo del Toro says about animation is correct.
People enjoy watching moving images.
Mm-hmm.
What does it matter if those images are real or animated?
Yeah, no. Did you see that Marcel the Shell with Shoes On got an Oscar nomination?
That's
Best
wonderful.
animated feature, baby.
I bet it is.
I actually, yeah, I should have thought of this, and you probably don't, because I don't even have a lot of thoughts on the Oscar nominations aside from the few things that I have seen, but any?
Wasn't even aware that the nominations came out.
Fair enough.
I've
Yeah,
been sitting right
I'm
here working all day, like not even.
very happy that Marcel Shell got nominated. Very happy to see that Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio also got nominated for
Nice.
Best Animated Feature. Brendan Fraser officially did clinch the nomination for Best Actor in a Leading Role, and frankly, he's won it as far as I'm concerned. And this was a meme I made. I think I might have tweeted it to you. I wish all Anna de Armas a very lose the Oscar to Michelle Yeoh.
That is a
If
good meme.
Blonde wins anything, I'm going to riot. I'm going to be so salty.
Yeah.
And also, Kyle pointed out something interesting about how, like, I guess that that movie RRR, the Bollywood film,
Mm-hmm.
it's nominated for Best Original Song,
Mm-hmm.
but it somehow doesn't meet the criteria of like having played in enough different theaters and different locations or something like that to be nominated for Best Picture. But like, then how? I don't know. I don't know how the Academy works, but it seems a little bullshit to me.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, the Marcel thing, I was like, hell yeah, that's exciting.
Delightful.
Oh, we have to watch that sometime. You haven't seen it yet, have you?
No, and it's not streaming anywhere yet. I keep looking. 'Cause
Rip.
it was in theaters so shortly, and I never had a chance to see it.
Yeah, I think the only reason I wound up being able to go see it was because I like made a really last minute decision to like go see it by myself. I was like, fuck it,
Yeah.
and it was worth it, I
Yeah.
would say. But so for our first or second, I guess, since I brought up the ghost
Yeah.
single thing, our second like point of discussion, have you ever heard of the glitter conspiracy?
I'm just clicking on the link because I did not actually read the thing
Oh,
that
I
you
kind of
sent.
just, I mean, you don't have to read it. I kind of just put that in there for myself so
But
that people will know that I'm not just like pulling things out of my ass.
yeah, because what was it on? It might have been like The Daily Show, or
Mm-hmm.
it was one of those type shows, where they were talking about this.
Okay.
Yes.
So I think it's like the second largest manufacturer of glitter in the world. Like, we don't know where it's going,
Mm-hmm.
essentially. We, like, there's some and again, I will be linking this, I'm not just making this up. But for whatever reason, the redirect from the episode outline to this article is just not doing what it's supposed to do. So I'm just doing this
Oh,
based off of recall right now. So again,
yeah. I
this
mean, I'm
my
looking at
source
it.
will be linked. but basically, we don't know where the glitter's going. There's an interview with a representative for the company that in question that manufactures glitter, and she said something along the lines of like, "Oh yeah, like we don't they don't want whoever they is, they don't want anyone to know it's glitter." In whatever product this is going, this is a component of, people apparently would freak out if they knew it's glitter. That seems to be the vibe that this interview gives me. So yeah, where do we think it's going? Where do we think the glitter is going? What would they, capital T, not want us to know contains glitter?
First of all, this is not the fun for argument's sake, but I think it's probably that they're making less because of supply shortages, not that it's going somewhere, but that's not fun. So, just putting that out there.
But still, where's it going that they don't want us to know it's glitter?
I don't I don't know.
Because some people suggested it could be boat paint or it could be like car paint, but one that's super obvious, and they were like, oh, because like manly, like, boat guys and car guys like wouldn't want glitter like listed in, like, they don't want to know that there's like sparkly stuff in their manly vehicle paint. But like, that's so, like, there's so many car like boat paint, like marine paint especially, like it's very very obvious that it's like iridescent. So I really don't think that's it.
Yeah, I mean, so the way I think about this is not so much what is it going into, but who are the people and why would they not want us to know? Right? So like
Yeah.
so dudes who have this like toxic masculinity type view of the world
Mm-hmm.
where they're like, yeah, we can't be associated with glitter, so there might be something that is that related. Um, there could be some new product coming out that they're trying to keep hush hush that's full of glitter.
Possible.
Um, they could be storing it up for a giant glitter bomb to send over to Ukraine.
Any particular use we can think of for that, or just okay, noted. I think it could be toothpaste.
Like in the toothpaste itself.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that stuff supposed to like dissolve though? Whatever's in it? Glitter won't dissolve.
I don't know,
Like
man.
I think if people were brushing their teeth and then like spit in the sink and just saw
Oh
glitter in the bowl,
yeah,
it'd
god damn it,
probably
you're right. Because for a second I was like, oh, like why wouldn't people want to be aware that it was glitter? I was like, oh, it must be something that like you put in your mouth. And I was like, oh, because like how like I don't know precisely like which brand it is, but like how there's like the toothpaste, it's like blue and it looks sparkly. I was like,
yeah,
oh, maybe that's
trust.
it. But now that you point that out, I think you're right.
Yeah, because that has to be something that like dissolves.
Yeah. And I
I mean,
saw
but it
somebody
could be
on
something-
TikTok saying that, like, oh, maybe it's hand soap. But again, like, there are so many, like, products already where it's like, it leaves a little shimmer, like, very, like, types of hand soap and lotion and stuff. Like, I don't
Yeah,
think that would be a big secret, is my thing.
yeah, no, I wouldn't imagine so. I mean, it could be something that goes in the mouth, but that we actually consume, so we wouldn't, be aware of it. I mean, edible glitter is a thing.
Oh, yeah, no, like all those
But
crazy cake decorating videos. But, like,
yeah, I've had it in beer.
for real? Like,
It
in
was
what?
like it was a unicorn themed beer.
Oh my god, wait, that's so fun.
Yeah, you would think, but you couldn't really tell.
Big sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really have been thinking quite a bit about this one, but honestly, now that my like toothpaste theory seems to be out the window, I
hmm
don't know.
Yeah. Well, that's why I was trying to think about it along the lines of what are reasons people would not want to know, would not, want people to know.
I think so. Then maybe it
Yeah.
has to be like food or a beverage.
Yeah. What would be more appealing to people if it were sparkly, but they would not want to actually know that there were
But,
glitter in
like,
it?
what if it's like not obvious?
But if it's not obvious, then what's the point?
I don't like it. Like, it's not obvious that it's glitter, but somehow it like makes whatever this is look vaguely more enticing or whatever. I don't know.
Hmm.
This has genuinely kept me up at night.
I'm seeing that some people think it's actually mixed in with the sand on luxury beaches. Is one of the theories in this article.
Interesting. Hmm. I don't know. That seems too easy, almost.
But see, the thing is too, like, importantly, this is a newer thing, right? It's not like it's
Yeah.
always been like this.
Mm-hmm.
So what has changed, I think, is the question. Because like theories about it being in car paint and stuff like that, it's like first of all, I think pretty much everybody knows that. But second of all, they're not just suddenly making more cars or anything,
Yeah.
So it has to be something that has changed.
Hmm.
What that would be.
Yeah. No. This bothers me a lot. I
Yeah.
genuinely have no
That's
idea.
why, that's why I said the thing about like, oh, it's some new product that's coming out, but they're keeping it like really hush hush, and then it's gonna come out and surprise all of us. And it's gonna
It's a
be so
possibility.
it's
It
gonna
is
be
a
so
possibility. Yeah. I don't know. Because, like, everything I could think of, it's like, oh, it has something to, like, anything I can think of that's, like, not a food item, for example, or, like, a beverage, it's like, oh, something to do with your body. Like, there's so many things that already have glitter in them, like lotion and makeup, and, like, yeah, there's probably plenty of, like, soap, like, hand soap type things where it's like, oh, you get a little shimmer afterwards.
similar.
Like,
Mhm.
that's already a thing.
I'm gonna say new alcoholic beverages. Oh, a new kind of Four Loko coming out with glitter in it.
Dude.
Or a Buzzball, because that would be so pretty because it's clear.
Oh, that would be super pretty. God, those were underwhelming.
Yeah.
That we
Oh, packaging.
The packaging is fun. I will 100% give them that. We tried Buzzballs when we were hanging out because I've seen so many people on the Clock app being like, "Oh yeah, these will like these mess you up," and I was like, that sounds fun." No, not really.
And like they were bad in the way that Four Loko is bad, but not in a good way, if that makes sense.
Yeah, at least Four Loco like does its job.
Yeah, maybe that's. And I think it's something about the volume of Four Lokos too that you get such
Oh,
a.
I'm sure. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, does this just prompt re-experimenting with one of the giant ones?
Oh yeah.
Discuss.
Yeah. But I could imagine that being a thing. Buzzballs with glitter in them, and then they would be very pretty. And
Oh my god, you could call it a snow globe.
I was just about to say it's almost like a snow globe because if you
Same
turn it up,
brain,
then
baby. Same brain.
buzz globes.
That would be delightful. I hope it's some fun new product, but like again, I just want to know. It'd be cool and fun if it was something new, but I just want answers. There's my final thoughts on the matter. If anyone has any ideas that we didn't think of, please drop them in the comments, tweet them at us. We would love to hear. But anyway, I came across this Tumblr post. Will this one let me open it?
Tumblr.
Hey, she works. So I came across a Tumblr post. Or a screenshot of a Tumblr post because I'm not on Tumblr anymore. But, it reads thusly. Actually, cats come in several breeds. 1. Asshole. 2. Fluff McFuck. 3. Spooky ghost hours. 4. Orange. 5. I'm just a little boy. I'm just a little baby guy. I'm only a small creature. 6. Skrillex remix musician. 7. Wielder of the Chaos Emeralds. 8. Unperceived in asterisks. 9. Shania Twain voice. Let's go, girls. Unimaginable violence. 10. The last one. Professional rumble machine. And then this person follows up with, most of them are mixed breeds, though. So I thought it would be fun for us to assign our cats to this fun little list of cat breeds. Because I sure know what Ollie is. He's a mixed breed.
Um, okay, so we can go with mixes. Are we picking like two?
I mean, since I have one cat, I have three.
Oh, I didn't actually look at the post in advance. For some reason, I did not see that there was a link there, and I thought you literally meant breeds, and I'm like, black?
No. But oh, and he's sleeping all weird in the beanbag. Love him. No, but
Aw.
Oliver is a three-way blend of asshole. I'm just a little boy. I'm just a little baby guy. I am only a small creature. And professional rumble machine.
Yeah, I can see that. I knew you were going to choose asshole.
Because he is. He's my little dickhead. And I tell him every day, but I also tell him that I love him.
I feel like I have difficulty interpreting what some of these might mean.
Perhaps I can translate. Hit me with it.
Because, like, for example, wielder of the Chaos Emeralds.
Okay, see, here's the thing. That's from Sonic, and I've never fucking played Sonic.
Oh. Yeah, so I guess I just would not pick that one. So asshole is just, it's pretty self-explanatory. Fluff McFuck. Is that just a fluffy cat?
I
Like a
think
fluffy jerk, maybe?
maybe a fluffy jerk, but I think it could apply to any fluffy cat.
Yeah. Spooky Ghost Hours. I think that's pretty clear.
I would say so.
Orange.
Orange.
Skrillex, I would say that that's a vocal cat that makes weird noises.
Very much so.
Right. Uh, are you interpreting rumble as fighting or rumble as purring? Because I can
Rumble is
see.
purring.
Okay.
Because the motor's always running with this boy.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Hold on. Last drink of tea here.
Is it the Trader Joe's tea?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, that's what I was drinking too.
I've been drinking my body weight in tea the last week or two.
You know, sometimes it's just like that.
It soothes me. All right. So, starting with Nyx. I feel like this is difficult. I think I would put her, gosh. She definitely fits in the profession. No, I was just thinking about Luna. Nyx would be part unperceived
I was
for
gonna
people
say, there's
around
gotta
me.
be an unperceived in there.
But that's for everybody except for me, because for
Yeah.
me, she's constantly there and constantly.
Constantly perceived.
Yes. So yeah, but for everybody else, pretty much unperceived. Um, she's also got very much the I'm just a little guy vibes.
Love it. I
She's
also
yeah.
think she has spooky ghost hours energy because she's a black cat.
Yeah, I can see that. And she does like because of that, she does spook me on occasion because if she'll be like in the shadows and I won't know she's there, and then all of a sudden I'll just see eyes. I'm like, ah. Or
Bad.
or she'll be laying on like something black, like the little storage bench I have by my front door, and I won't know she's there because she blends in and then she startles me.
I love the. I'll never be able to find this again because I don't even know how I would begin to search for this, but I love the photo set I saw where someone just like scribbled in like black in MS Paint over like pictures of like the interior of a house. And it was like, oh my god, I love my cat. And like it took me a second to realize. Because like, yeah, that's what black cats are like.
Just little blobs with eyes.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I think that's probably her combo.
that seems right to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And then Luna.
I feel like that's pretty good. Luna definitely fits professional rumble machine because she purrs so easily and just doesn't stop. And sometimes I'll be like, wait, what's that noise?
No.
Why are you purring? I wasn't talking to you or petting you or even looking at you. She just purrs.
Just vibing.
She just likes to purr. Um, I don't know. I almost want to put her a little bit in the fluff McFuck category, but she's not that much of a jerk, but she does look for trouble. Like,
I would say that counts.
yeah, like very intentionally, if I'm not paying attention to her and she wants attention, she will look for things to do that she knows is gonna make me mad, so that I will come and like stop her. It's very clearly very intentional.
I would say that's
And
definitely Fluff McFuck territory.
and she is fluffy.
She do be fluffy.
Um, oh, but the last one is a little tricky. I mean, I
You don't have
almost,
to do 3. I was just
I
doing
know.
3 because I only have the one cat.
Yes, but I feel like that doesn't quite cover her.
Hmm.
I would say it's a tie between 5 and 6 there because she does do that. I'm very adorable, just a little tiny baby. Uh, but she's also extremely vocal
Oh yeah,
and makes very funny noises. So.
works for me. But yeah, no. Although he's being a very good boy and just taking a little nappy nap in the beanbag right now.
Oh,
I can see
good
his
boy.
multicolored beans poking out. Ugh, love him. Anyway, this one involves another image,
Hmm.
which, yeah, you know what? This one I'm gonna put in the chat and then. Yes, there we go. Okay, so enough with the zodiac signs. Which friend are you on a road trip?
So, should we describe the image?
Yeah, you know what? You do it. You're good at this.
So, we have a little cartoon drawing of 4 people in a car, each of them clearly exhibiting a certain kind of road trip friend, I guess you might say.
Kind of vibe that they bring to the
Yeah,
table.
we have the driver who just looks tired and maybe a bit irritated.
Very
Uh,
resigned to their fate, I would say.
yes. The front seat passenger, their eyes are closed, so I don't know if that's maybe signifying napping, but they look very comfortable, arms crossed, just kind of chilling, vibing.
No, you know what I would call that? That is 100. That is the passenger princess.
Okay.
Anyway, continue.
I didn't know if there was more there.
No, that's just kind of a thing.
And then in the back seat, behind the front seat passenger, somebody just looked kind of angry and bored, I would say.
Yeah, they look very
Very
done with
slowly.
everything.
Yeah. And then last but certainly not least, the passenger in the back seat behind the driver appears to be chaos incarnate.
Yeah, that's a very very good way of describing that.
Just the person who is loud and very enthusiastic and very happy to be on the road trip,
So
unlike
me,
people in the car.
that's who I am. If I'm not driving, I am chaos incarnate. I am also a pretty baller road trip DJ. I'm not gonna lie, or I like to think I am, and I haven't gotten any complaints yet.
Yeah, I definitely am more, what did you refer to it as, the passenger princess?
Yeah.
That's generally more, I just kind of like chill out. I like to help with like navigation and suggestions and like, oh, do we want to stop for food? I try to like mother the people more
Honestly, I'm
so.
so here for that, but I really can't think of the last time I went on a like actual quote unquote road trip. I think the last time I did that might have been for Comic-Con when I was in college. There are very
Yeah.
rarely, I was gonna say there are very rarely more than 2 people in my car, but let's be completely fucking real. There's very rarely even a single passenger in my car.
Definitely don't do it as much as I did once upon a time,
Mm,
but um, I feel like these days it's more if you're going on long trips like that, it's like by yourself to visit somebody, you
yeah.
know, or at the very most, in a lot of cases, you got like one person who's making the trip with you.
Which, like, is kind of lame sometimes. I want a car full of people all going on an adventure.
Yeah, I mean, I technically do get that. Like when I did Ragnar, that was a road trip. We drove to New Hampshire
Hell
in a
yeah.
van together. There were 4 of us in the van on the way there, and we picked up a fifth in New Hampshire.
And was that not a blast?
Oh, it was amazing.
There you
Highlight of
have
my
it.
year. Um, and every April, um, we take a bunch of students to a conference of
Oh,
the Eastern
yeah, you told me
European
about this.
Association. Yeah. And usually it's within driving distance, so we just get a bunch of the big vans, and each van has at least one faculty member in it, and then we fill it up with students, and then we caravan to wherever we're going.
That sounds so fun.
I mean, it is more so for the students, I think. I just feel sort of awkward as the lone faculty member in the
It happens.
band, um, but yeah, I mean, so it's it really takes me back to college because I'm in a van with a bunch of people who are like around 21, 22, because they're mostly seniors, who are just playing loud music and card games and just having a blast. They're all the chaos incarnate.
I love
Um,
literally the here's an experience that I would like give anything to recapture the bus ride on a field trip.
yeah.
Oh,
Nobody has to worry about driving, it's just hanging.
so good. So good. And for whatever reason, I don't know what it was about it. On the way there, it was like you're singing, you're like, you're all singing, you're playing card games, you're telling jokes, you're laughing. On the way back, it was always
Um,
like, I don't know if I'm capable of loving anyone. Like it was like a therapy session. And I don't know if that was just something that like happened to me a lot,
I don't remember well enough.
but that was the vibe.
I did go on a road trip with two other people in April, and I went to see the premiere of Star Trek Strange New Worlds.
Oh
Forgot about
yeah,
that too.
forgot about
I guess
that.
I guess I do go on road trips.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, no,
Yes, that counts.
the bus ride to and from a field trip, that is an experience that I wish I could have one more time.
Yeah.
It's just something about it, and like like the chaos of it all.
Mm-hmm. Wait, and it was the same like when like teams that I would play on, we'd have like away games and we'd have to ride the bus to wherever the away meet or
Nice.
whatever sport it was.
Hell yeah.
Uh, it was a very similar vibe, but we were getting like all jazzed for like the meet or the game or whatever it was.
Oh my god, I love that. See, I wasn't athletic, so I never had that experience.
Yeah, it very similar, but not quite because, a field trip you usually have like your friends in the class with you versus like how many people do you actually know in like the track team or whatever, and are they your close friends or so a little bit different, but similar vibe.
Actually, since we're only 32 minutes into this episode, and this seems like a good thread, and also I don't have anything else scheduled for
Yeah,
today,
just thinking out of
got any other childhood experiences that you would love to just reclaim one last time?
oh, experiences, man. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like there's got to be something.
Because I
Um,
have several. You know, the last day of like third grade before winter break,
mm,
where like you'd all come to school in your pajamas or some shit, and like you would watch the Polar, even though I fucking hate the Polar Express, but like the teacher would put on the Polar Express, and like there was hot chocolate and cookies. God, it was so good.
I really,
I want that back.
I mostly miss the last few days before summer
Oh my
vacation.
god, and you didn't even bring your backpack?
Yeah, like you just had stopped doing all work at that point and
Mm-hmm.
basically you just sat in your classrooms and like play cards and well, this was a time before devices. So,
You know what we had? And I'm sure this is a thing, but I don't necessarily know if it continued into 8th grade in like other people's school districts where there was an actual junior high, but field day?
hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh my god. So good. I also personally would really like to experience being in like my like 5th grade school musical again,
Hmm.
because I really like I this is very obvious about me. I talk about it all the time. I love musical theater. I love that kind of stuff, and I did the like school musicals from like 4th grade all the way through 8th grade. And because there was such a small like pool of children to draw from to cast these, they really were not necessarily of the absolute highest quality, but
Mhm.
god, we were all having so much fun. And we would always, and like especially for like the like tech week or whatever, we would get to stay after school really late, and it was awesome because that was like the one week of the year where like our parents like, you know, me and all my friends who were doing this, our parents would like just bring us like fast food every night for dinner. Oh my god, I miss it so. It was so much fun. And like I later found out from like people who had gone to the same high school as me that like for whatever reason like my like freshman class and like the classes like surrounding it as well for whatever reason happened to be just like super like catty and cliquey and competitive about the theater program at my high school. And I was like, I just want to do this for fun. So I just didn't. And I miss it. I miss it a lot. I don't like that in your adult life, or at least for me, I have yet to find any opportunities where you can do something artistic, creative, and not have to be good at it. And you can just kind of maybe even suck at it a little bit, and you're just doing it for fun.
I mean, isn't that most like hobbies, like creative type hobbies? Like,
Yes, but I want to do a musical again, and I don't have the skill set necessary.
you might be able to find a community theater that doesn't,
Yeah, but I'd have to actually be like a little bit good, and I don't even know if I can pull that off.
You don't know the quality of people that are there until you.
This is also true. I don't know.
I'm surprised.
But yeah,
Speaking of,
no. Doing like a grade school musical again, God, that would be fun.
speaking of crafts, I got one of those paint with gems like kits that
I
just came
love
today.
how
I have
right
all these
before we
gems.
started recording, you were like, don't let me keep talking after we're done recording because I'm so busy. And now you're here showing me the new thing to take up your time.
Do you know how hard it has been to not open this
Oh,
today?
I'm sure you're in hell, bestie.
It just arrived today.
I am
Yeah, and
sure you are in hell.
I've been sitting here, and it's been sitting on the desk all day as I've been sitting here working.
Put it in a drawer, girl.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. I haven't done anything fun today. I've just eaten and worked. That's it.
That's very sad. I'm sorry. Is that a new watch band?
No,
Oh.
I had this on the whole time I was at here.
Oh, wow. Then I really just wasn't paying attention. Excuse me. Yeah. Oopsies. I'm very observant.
Yeah. I miss band. I would like to
Interesting.
um I would like to do like one more halftime show.
Aww.
I enjoyed those.
Did I ever tell you I was absolutely terrible at it because I never fucking practiced. I technically played tuba.
Yes, you did mention that because I remember being very surprised you played such a giant instrument.
Yeah. Papa. Actually no, I technically it wasn't a fucking tuba. I played the euphonium, which is like
Okay.
smaller tuba.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I was terrible at it. I never fucking practiced.
Yeah. I remember one time when I, like, shortly after I first started playing my saxophone, played the alto, I remember asking my band director if I could try playing the baritone sax because they always just referred to it as the bari sax, and I didn't know what that really stood for. And for some reason in my head, I thought it was like, the little one that Kenny G played. And so, you know, didn't understand at the time why my band director looked at me
Girl, what you talking about?
like that thing weighs as much as you do.
No, you know what's fantastic? You just reminded me of. I love those crazy instruments that they only ever really use in like when they're recording like soundtracks for movies and stuff. Like
Mhm.
it's like the double contrabass flute or whatever, and it's
Yeah.
like taller than the person playing.
Yeah.
Those shits are so funny. Or like there is such a thing as a piccolo trombone. It's about that big. And like
That's
the
interesting.
only time they ever use it is for like huge orchestral stage productions or like when they're recording soundtracks for movies and you need every conceivable like note you can play on any instrument ever.
Hmm.
They're nuts. I love it.
Yeah, there were a lot of instruments like that in band that people like could only play in certain circumstances. Like a bassoon, you're not going to be able to, use in a lot of cases. And even the trombones, like they have separate trombones for marching, so that they don't have to do the slide. Marching trombones look more like a small tuba.
Oh, fascinating. Did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh, I had a thing that I was going to say. Do you still have a saxophone?
It's in the closet over here.
Oh my god, you need to learn the fucking sax solo from Miasma.
I haven't played it, and God, I don't even know.
Don't care. I suck at
No.
guitar. You can suck at saxophone, and we'll play a really shitty version of the Miasma Jam from Meliora.
Yeah, you'd have to find music for it because I don't have that kind of ear.
I don't either, and I can't read music, so this will just be really fun. That was the thing I could never get my head around for whatever reason. Reading music, could not make myself understand it, and I don't really know why.
I assume you read tabs for the guitar.
Not super well, but slowly getting kind of better. I've been pretty decent lately about actually forcing myself to practice because I don't even necessarily know why. I just have. I don't know if being really into several bands is just making me more of like a I want to make music person right now, but yeah, so I'm trying. It's not going great, which is absolutely terrible when you are a person like me who hates practice and loves being perfect.
But practice makes perfect.
It is the worst paradox to ever find yourself trapped in. I can tell you right now. It's horrible. I hate it so much. It's a terrible way to live your life. I don't recommend it, but I am trying so very hard to overcome my instinct to just be like, well, if I don't do this perfectly on the first try, I need to destroy all evidence that I ever attempted and never try again.
Suck at things all the time. It's great.
Yeah, I don't like it. It's a bad feeling.
Can you hear loud plastic noises?
A little bit, yeah. Are you opening that?
No.
All right.
She said, refusing to look down.
Those are gonna go like everywhere, and I'm gonna
No.
laugh when they do. Oh wow. Okay.
They're
Interesting.
individual packages, and actually, a couple more of those just fell down.
Huh.
And it has like a little tray, and then you put a certain color on the tray, and then yeah.
Yeah, I have seen that. I think my sister has one of those actually. I still have a paint by numbers from the height of quarantine that I never finished.
Got two of those that I never quite finished.
I'll get back into it eventually.
And I already built 2 book nooks, so I was like,
I
okay.
love those. Those are so cute. But I have
Yeah.
no space on my bookshelf as is. Although
Yeah,
I have been
neither
thinking about maybe getting another small one.
Yeah, I've got stacks of books everywhere. I got a stack sitting on the floor right there that I bought when I was visiting my parents.
Love that for
I don't know.
no, because I found that there's a bunch of boxes in the basement of this building where I live. It's all my dad's books from when he lived here, and I want to go through them
Oh,
and take the
interesting.
ones that I like. And I need another shelf, so I should probably work on that.
Yeah, probably.
Oopsies. I am a book hoarder.
Who are you talking to?
A fellow book hoarder. One of my goals in life when I need to say if in this economy, but if I ever have a house, one of my goals is to have like a lot, like a, not a huge like room or anything, probably even smaller than this office, but like a library.
Little study.
Yeah.
Nice little cozy nook.
Yes. Oh, and absolutely no fucking ceiling lights. I hate overhead illumination so much. I want the soft glow of a dozen lamps. I hate overhead lighting so much.
You're in the right apartment.
I know. There are 3 overhead lights in this entire apartment. One in the bathroom, one in the kitchen, and one in the dining area.
Oh, the dining area. I was thinking bathroom and kitchen.
None in the office. none in the living room, none in my bedroom, which is fantastic because those are the places that I don't want it the most. Like the
Yeah.
kitchen,
Well,
all right, fine, it's useful. Like there are some places where I'm like, I'll allow it, but like anywhere where I'm sitting for an extended period of time and like trying to like relax and enjoy myself or do any form of like leisure activity or even just like be like working on my computer, no, absolutely not. Lamps everywhere. Lamps and string lights.
I just realized that my place is the same way.
Oh, for
Like I
real?
wasn't thinking about it, but I have lights in the two bathrooms and then in the kitchen, and there's lights in the basement, but I don't have lights in my living room, my office, my bedroom.
Oh, I mean, there's lights in the basement, but it's not like it's the basement of the
Yeah.
building. It's not like my basement, like
Yeah.
the way yours is.
Yeah, but excluding basement, I have the same number of lights you do, except one more because I have two bathrooms.
Huh.
Yeah,
Oh, would you look at that?
all lamps. I just got a pole lamp over there. That's what the light is in here.
I don't know how I didn't notice that there was no overhead illumination in your office, especially considering the amount of time I have spent laying on the floor of your office, staring up at the ceiling.
It's usually daytime.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So I guess I
Same.
wouldn't be paying attention.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, same. I have a pole lamp in my bedroom and then like bedside lamps. And that's it.
I love lamps.
There's a light in my bedroom closet. There's
Oh,
not an
I
overhead
have
light in the bedroom
actually,
itself.
no, you're right. There's a light in the hall closet, and there is a light in my bedroom closet. And I think technically there is a, like, I don't know what you call it's not a sconce because it's not on the wall. It's the thing in the ceiling where you would screw the light bulb in,
Mm-hmm.
the fixture or whatever. There's
Sure.
technically one in this closet,
Mm-hmm.
um, but there is no light bulb in it, and also the chain that you would like yank on to turn the light on, there's just a little hole in the fixture where the chain is supposed to be.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So functionally, there is no light in my office closet, but technically, it does have the facilities for one.
In that case, you have more than I do if we're excluding basements.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess so. Whack. But yeah, actually, the closet light, that is very nice.
Yeah, it feels weird that it's where it's like, oh yeah, I don't have an overhead light in my bedroom except in the closet.
But like, I feel like it's
Clearly
genuinely
there's
more
wiring.
useful there.
Yeah.
Again, at least the way I do things, I hate overhead illumination so much unless it like has an actual like purpose, like seeing all of my shit in the closet when I get up at 6 in the morning and it's dark out and I need to find my socks.
I mean, I do occasionally wish I had an overhead light in the living room that I could just like turn on when I get home easily, and sometimes I just need better light in there than lamps can afford.
This is yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I really have that problem. I don't know. Although, because my parents' house has quite a bit of overhead lighting, I frequently will walk in my door and then flip the switch on my wall, and the only thing that does is turn off my router.
Yeah.
Because I cannot for the life of me figure out how this place is wired, by the way. There are so many switches in this house where when I flip them, as far as I'm concerned, they do nothing.
They usually work an outlet if you don't have overhead lights.
Yeah, but sometimes I plug things in and like go around. Like I'll plug something into the outlet that the string lights are plugged into back there, and like like there's one switch in this room. I've like plugged the string light into every outlet and tried to figure out what it's connected to. I don't know. I have
Hmm.
absolutely no idea. Um, there's two switches that control the singular overhead light for my kitchen. Don't know why. There are two switches that could. Oh wait! Oh my God! There's a ceiling light in my hallway, which is so unnecessary because it's literally
Oh yeah,
like
I got one of those
3 feet of hallway. But there's two switches that
too.
control
Forgot.
that light. There's two switches that control the light in the ceiling fan in my dining area. There's a switch in my bedroom. Don't know what it does. There's the switch in my living room that turns off the outlet that I have the router plugged into. And there's another switch that I don't know what it does in my living room. This apartment is a mystery to me.
Fun.
It's
Wasn't that a whole TikTok trend for a while? Where people were showing like weird things about their
yeah,
homes.
but I think it was supposed to be a little more like cool, fun, weird than my house is wired strangely.
Oh no, a bunch of them. Like there was this one girl, she did a whole series of videos on this house that she had bought, and it was like bananas. Like at one point she found that a piece of the wall came off and there was like a crawl space that you could go into that didn't seem like it was supposed to be there, and it was, yeah, just really weird stuff.
Fascinating.
They had a toilet that was up on like kind of a pedestal for seemingly no reason.
Actually, that is a really funny thing when people buy like old houses that were just like thrown together like really slapdash because there was no OSHA.
Mm-hmm.
They're so funny. So much
Mm-hmm.
character. Love it.
Especially for some of those houses where they were like adding on to it, like it needs to be bigger, so they're just like kind of adding things on, but not doing it in a
Yep.
way that it, blends.
The front room of my parents' house is technically an addition, and that one like that blends pretty well. But man, the ones that don't, so fun.
Yeah, straight trash. That's great.
I'm sorry, what?
I said they're straight trash, and it's great.
Yeah, yeah. Generally, I think this has been a nice, wide-ranging conversation for us.
Yeah, yeah.
I enjoy that we just make people or allow people to listen in on our like weekly socialization. That is essentially what this is.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't really interacted with many humans today, unless it was via chat or.
Oh wait, hold on. What? Yeah. Oh, it's when yeah you were home. I was like, wait, didn't you have class? No, no, you
No,
did
I've been
not.
sitting right here all day.
Oh wow, girl, how have you not set yourself on fire?
And this is where I'm going to continue to sit
Oh God.
and work for on my classes for tomorrow.
I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
But then tomorrow I get to go and be around people all day, whether I like it or not, from 9 a.m. until like 5, which is when I leave to go to my running team workout.
Oh boy,
Yeah, good times. I'm
girl, were
not
you gonna
tired. You're
like
tired.
watch Death Note in your office?
Yeah, I haven't figured that out yet.
Okay, cool. So we'll just, burn that bridge when we come to it.
Actually, I can't watch it in my office anyway because I'm not really in my office much tomorrow. I'm in classes from 10:30 to 4:10.
Oh, okay, fun. So, I mean, this will be airing next week. I mean, from our perspective. So, I
And
guess
I will
you'll
have
know
died.
if we screwed up the stream or not.
I will have died by exhaustion
Oh
by then.
God.
Of exhaustion by then. I can't even say words anymore.
Oh man, Rip Brooks. There's the episode. I'm getting good at coming up with episode titles as we're wrapping up the episode. Boom. There we go. Rip Brooks.
I have died. I was thinking about like the Oregon Trail, like you
Oh yeah,
have
oh,
to.
I never played that. That was before my time, but I'm aware of all the memes.
Yeah, very different times. Like we had 1 hour per week where we would go to the computer lab and play computer games, and that was like our only interaction with computers because nobody had them.
Fascinating. It's interesting to me that you would play games because like I was of the like educate like I was of the era that had like where it's like they had developed things enough to have it be like educational games that like taught you
Yeah,
how
they
to.
were educational.
Oh, okay, then yeah.
Well, like Oregon Trail was an educational game. It was kind of teaching you about that time period and
Oh, like that's what it was intended as? Huh. All right, cool. I did not know
yeah,
that. Boom.
that
Learned
was one of the
something.
games. Yep, that was why it was one of the games we could have played in computer lab time.
Huh.
And this is when I was in Catholic school, so this is like the 90s.
Oh, chunky Mac era.
That would have been early 90s because I would have started in the public school in like 90s.
Chunky
90s.
iMac
96.
era.
Yeah, I moved to public school in 96, so yeah, definitely early 90s
Cool.
computers.
Oh, jeez. As I'm shifting my own desk. All right. Yeah, I think we did good.
Yeah, sure.
I love your confidence in us. All right. Well, on that just, bolstering note, we will leave you for this week. As always, thank you for fighting with us, friends. We appreciate each and every single one of you, and we will be back again next week for more fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to definitively say that. For more fun.
Again.
All right. Adios, everybody. This week's episode of the Fighting with Friends podcast was hosted by Bridget Kelly and Dr. Sarah Brookes. You can find other episodes of the podcast on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, or your other favorite listening platform. Follow us on Twitter at BridgetKelly98 and at AndSarahSaid. Rate and review us on your podcatcher of choice. Like, comment, and subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Twitch and Facebook, and join our Discord community using the links in the description. You can also help support us via the Acast supporter feature, or consider donating to our Patreon for early access to episodes and fun bonus content. Thanks for listening!